You see, for this state, if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you respect yourself, they respect you. Nobody to give governor 24 hours. Nobody to give her 30 hours. Entire government has go drag at that. You where they go send, we get 3 head. Be careful. We can say the power, you don't know the power in governor. The power in governor. Now we know him. Minister, Supreme don't put you. You get power. Go come out. When I see what happen for Kano. When the masses tell them for Kano, say you no be like, you no go go. You no go go. You no go happen and you no go happen. No fear. Because when I don't get respect, we are governor there. The man sent, if they busy, the commission they go. The commission, upon the noise one they make, in the commission they go. That's all. Now made the thing they suit me. Now I tell us, if you see Fubara are the best governor. No, I can't give us. We can say na him. If you no be him, nobody go go. If you no be Fubara, nobody go go. Say go finish everybody. He go deal with everybody. The whole form, we can stop everybody, no buy form. Seize the whole form. Give order. Now, what can happen? You can't eat your cake, you can do what can happen. No, it's not possible. The day of election, then they not tank raya. If you no go vote for Fubara, no come out. Each community, they not tank raya. Then they go pulling unity, they carry vote. With policemen, these police people now, follow they carry. For pulling unity, they carry vote, they carry boss, they carry. Now we don't put them for city. They won't push and come out again. So what thing happen? Upon gun, we want to shoot. Upon people, we want to beat. Upon pulling boss, we want to carry everything. Upon knife where they flog people, stick where they knock people, cane where they flog people, slap where they beat people. You don't put them there. Now you say we could bring them back. We no go agree. You lie. Minister, very big lie. You lie. He go finish in 4 years. If you want to take him, you take him. If he go agree, keep quiet, you take him. You concern him. But he go finish in 4 years. Minister, Minister, I say, you no go work. Assembly, you lie. Martin Abibuli, very big lie. He go finish that 4 years. Very big lie. On a force us. Tell us to leave down and answer. Beat us for community. Beat us for street. Say if you no be safe for nobody. We can say the power, you don't know the power in governor. The power in governor. Now we know him. Nobody should try any small boy. You don't know the power in governor. Now we know the power in governor. We don't see him. We enjoy the power. We enjoy the power in governor. Now we enjoy him. It is sweet us. We need them now. Now you don't need them again. We need them. We need that power in governor. You see, for this state, if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. If you respect yourself, they respect you. If you slap anybody, they will slap you back. If you push anybody, they will push you back. You don't do much. Election period, they are no serious rest. We can say nobody will pick form. If you're trying to finish you and nobody pick form. Too many people no going to pick form because of we can say, so many community they not tank raya. If you know the PDP no come out. If you know the Fubara no come out, they not tank raya for so many community. Obunabale, Rumokoro, Rumomase. Go ask, go and verify. They did not tank raya. Carry fear put for people, but even the one Labour Party people. Carry fear put Labour Party. Something more weakness. Put fear for non-indigenous. Threaten non-indigenous everywhere. Say if you come out, they will finish you. You come out, they will do this. People fear no come out. When I carry Fubara, platter of gold. When I carry Fubara, diamond, give us. Now you won't come take the diamond back. You lie. My your guy don't talk. Alhaji Asari. We don't dance more. Go dance. Go dance. Go dance. So get it. Dance. So go even them more. You where they go send. We get 3 head. Be careful. A word is enough for the wise. Tell what I say make everybody do it. Respect themselves. The Amusu say make everybody do it. Respect themselves. The Kwikwi, the Obanje say what respect yourself. So I beg all non-indigenous, all indigenous, make an wake up. Make we stay with sin till the 4 years. This 4 years complete. No local government chairman then them are the first for. And here when I talk here, hold the grassroots, hold them well, word by word. Hold them well. I mean, they shout here, they say, no mind now. No mind now. Now you go mind me. And they say, no mind now. Maybe they find money. No mind now. Any of you don't come give me 1 million. Any of you don't come give me 700,000. Any chairman. Anyone don't give me 1 million or 700. When person they talk through and I go to find one thing. No mind now. No mind now. Now I never see him. Now it never happen. Now it never clear. Which grassroots now you won't go beg? We won't go meet. The problem is we love sin Fubara. That's why we don't know how to do it. If in a chairman then, 0. Yes, we will choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairmen. About 95% we will take. We will take 5%. 95% at 0. A chair won't do anything for chair. Go to ask a chair people. Even appointment, you no do. A chair won't do anything. He won't come and say, come to now. He won't come and come contest. And I say, now, we dey look. Policeman, you know they say what they do, follow policeman. Policeman go die in service. When the wife will come collect money when supposed to collect, he go say how they go turn around. Even they won't sleep with the wife, they won't sleep with the daughter, they won't sleep with the wife or the daughter. On a day they see him. Policeman go get case, he go say how you follow police people they do him. How you follow uniform men they do him. It can't be we will be civilian. Not be trouble. Not trouble now. It can't be we will be civilian. They go finish your set us up. Put so many allegations we will not do. Make we change for this character. Make we change for this doing.
In River State, Seamless Fubara, which is now becoming spineless Fubara, seems to have been boxed to a corner. The last few months, I've seen Fubara punch down the Wike team. Now, Wike has pulled a stunt that further exposes the Nigeria judiciary. A place where law, justice goes to die, just like Nigeria, where dreams goes to die. So, the people that violated the law of the land, defected from their own political party without reason, only to find out later, after swearing to an affidavit that confirmed that they have left their own political party. People destroying people, PDP to APC, which is Al-Qaeda People's Congress, People's Congress, APC, So when they discovered that they have heard, they used what they normally used, that's always, the power of manipulation, the rotten, compromised system, where suddenly the affidavit disappeared. But here are the example of series of cases instituted by all sides. The first part was after they decamped to APC. I'm talking about Martin Zamahule, the Wike speaker from Obiakpo, local government of Wike. So when they discovered that they've moved at the wrong time, after the Fubara and co declared their seat vacant, they went to court. They went to court to say the court should stop them from declaring their seat vacant because they decamped to APC. So the court then ruled and said they must not declare their seat vacant. Fubara and his gang went on to declare this seat vacant, and they called on INEC to conduct new elections into their seats, 27 seats in this River State House of Assembly. INEC ignored them. So when the INEC won't conduct this election, remember the court case that said they must not declare their seat vacant, that prompted Fubara and his gang to appeal the judgment that says their seat cannot be declared vacant because it decamped to APC. Again, this is an established sort of argument that yes, we have decamped, or you must not declare us our seat vacant, or we are going to declare your seat vacant. So they went to the appeal court. While they were still at that, the Fubara's guys ignored this Martin Amawule with the Wike people. He ignored them. He was no longer interacting with them. There is no point in dealing with them because according to Fubara, these guys are no longer lawmakers in River State. So Martin Amawule and co then asked Fubara to interact with them, pay their salaries, submit the names of his political appointees to them for screening. And he must also submit the state appropriation bill, which is their budget for 2024, to them. So this time, when Fubara didn't deal with them last year, apart from their seats being declared vacant or not case in court, right? It is now the case of Fubara must be stopped from spending River State money without appropriation. Remember this, so Fubara says these guys are not local government, they are no longer lawmakers for the campaign. And there is a case in court where they said, yes, we have decamped, but we are still lawmakers. You must not declare our seat vacant. So they went to court and said Fubara must be stopped from spending the River State money because he failed to submit the local government, state appropriation bill to them. A court now ruled, High Court ruled that Fubara, like the case of vacant seat, the court now ruled that Fubara must no longer be paid the River State allocation, which are the state allocation and the local government allocation. So Fubara went to court again, like that of the vacant seat case, to appeal that decision that the Central Bank and the Finance Ministry of Nigeria must no longer pay River State allocation because Fubara did not submit the 2024 budget to this with the Wike's men. Second case. Now that second case, remember, like I said, there is a vacant seat case already. So when it now came to this vacant seat case at the appeal, right? Suddenly, the affidavit that said we have decamped to APC suddenly disappeared. It got withdrawn. And because it's withdrawn, right? The appeal court now is to rule if these guys have decamped or not, if their seats are vacant or not. But when they filed another case of Fubara acting illegally on his own without status of assembly, right? So there is a judgment that said allocation must be stopped. So while Fubara is in court, right, fighting for, no, these guys have no local standing to say they are still lawmakers. The appeal court now ruled that indeed the Central Bank of Nigeria, Ministry of Finance, they have no right to stop the allocation of River State. That was what took them to the Supreme Court. So when they got to the Supreme Court, the argument before Supreme Court of Nigeria was that this Martin Amawule, they have local standing to challenge Fubara and stop the allocation of River State at all. This was the case before the Supreme Court of Nigeria. When the Supreme Court will rule, the case that's not before the Supreme Court, they have to rule on it. And what are the cases? And what are the ruling? What are the part of this ruling? Let me break down that for you. Again, right? Remember, the reason why they are the Supreme Court was because Amawule went to court to stop the allocation of River State being paid to River State because Fubara is not working with the State House of Assembly. Fubara says, I'm not working with you because you are no longer House of Assembly members. So on appeal, Fubara won. At the Supreme Court now delivered the following. The first one, the case that is not before the Supreme Court, local government, the local government case. Remember that when Fubara became governor, the local government chairman in River State, they were those who were loyalists of Wike. The term came to an end, and there was a ruling of the Supreme Court of Nigeria that any state that failed to conduct local government election, they must not be paid their local government allocation. So Fubara had to conduct local government allocation, but because of the crisis between all of them, the Martin Amawule's House of Assembly, they've already extended the tenure of the local government chairman. They were elected for 3 years. The 3 years lapse ended. Amawule, without the request from the governor to extend the local government chairman, they unilaterally they changed the they changed the law of River State that gave the power to the governor to decide if he's going to appoint caretaker or extend the tenure of local government chairman. They changed it and they gave the power to themselves. And normally when you make law in the state, the governor needs to sign the law, but they have to they have to override the governor because that they were not all in talking terms. They said they've changed the law. So now it is the State House of Assembly that will determine if there will be caretaker or an extension of office. So because of this, they extended the office of the tenure of this Wike's local government chairman, and they went to court because when Fubara came, he dissolved them, conducted his own selection called election. His own people took over the local government areas. So the local government guys of Wike were also in court, saying that the local government election he conducted was false. But listen, these two cases of the campaign and local government, they were not part and parcel of the case at the appeal at the Supreme Court. But they kind of are intertwined, all right? Remember, Martin Amawule said they must stop the local government allocation as well as state allocation because all the money is being spent by Fubara. They are being spent illegally. So court must stop it. And Fubara said, you have no right to say that. You are no longer lawmakers. You have no standing, no legal right to say that until the case that says you have decamped is determined. But you see, Supreme Court now ruled that one, the local government election conducted by Fubara is null and void. Therefore, all the local government chairman declared winner in that election, right? They must be disbanded. And also, another election should be conducted in the local government areas. Secondly, the Supreme Court also agreed that, you know what? There is no point in waiting for the appeal court, whether you decamp or you didn't decamp. That's not the issue anymore. In fact, in the face of the law, you have not decamped. You are still members of PDP. And therefore, you are the authentic. So, remember, they have the case at the appeal court that is still to be determined. Now, Supreme Court has already ruled over that. And these two are not part of the case before the Supreme Court. But, argumentatively, they said, this is how the Supreme Court now have to lay foundation for building its own judgment. The judgment that now says, since the Supreme Court has confirmed with the weakest men that they didn't decamp, they are still members, and therefore, not relating with them, doing business with them by Fubara, it violates the law. Sure you get? And the judgment is that Fubara, until Fubara begin to deal with these guys, follow whatever they say to him. Until then, the federal government, which is the Tifnubu and gang, they must not pay the allocation of River State to River State anymore. This is the latest. So that simply means the neutrality, or let me say the neutralization of Wike and his men, who were planning to remove Fubara a year ago, until the table turned. Now the table has turned again. It has given them the privilege now. They now have the upper hand. There's no court after the Supreme Court. So that means Fubara is boxed to a corner. And this Amawule and Co, they have been moving mad since then. They have been choking Fubara himself to the point that the rumor of the plan to impeach Fubara has been also spreading. Okay, and others have also been reacting to it. It's been, I mean, one accusation after the other. Accusation, counter accusation, coup, counter coup. In the word of Bukwari, it's been like the threat of a coup, counter coup. So yesterday, it's now announced, no, it's actually today. It is now announced that, okay, hang on. In the last 2 days, after that judgment, Martin Amawule has issued a letter, a very strong worded warning letter to Fubara. That you see, it is not just the appropriation of the budget you didn't submit to us, including those people including the people you appointed as your commissioners or special advisors or whatever, you did not submit their names to us. We did not approve of them. You will sack all of them. And then you will now send us the names of nominees for any position. Then we will debate and pass that. You will pay us all the money, all our salaries and emolument that you have denied us in the last 1 year, 2 years. They shall have their list. The local government election you are planning to conduct, you will not conduct the local government election until we give you the go-ahead. That's the state of things. So 2 days ago, I think, on Friday, was it? Amawule and Co. They had this deliberation. That's what we're going to go to next, ladies and gentlemen.
Chairman of Rivers State. Independent Electoral Commission is not here. Speaker, as a House, we resolve, it's not that you on your own sat there and sent the man to come to the state. We all resolve that we need him to come here for us and explain himself on certain issues that are raised. The speaker that is not here means that he is evading appearance. I don't know what he's guilty of, and I don't know what he's running from. The speaker is an insult on this institution, and it is an insult on the Republic. The speaker recall that when you were talking about when you were giving your closing remark on the resolution, and even when the resolution was issued, the closing remark there was that if it refuses to appear, the House shall issue a warrant for arrest. The speaker, we are aware that staff of the House was in the office of Korea went to the office to deliver this letter, and it was so delivered. It is in almost all national dailies. I saw it on the TV, so they cannot feign ignorance. Mr. Speaker, I think this shall not go too far. Mr. Speaker, I think it's time for the House to invoke its powers as a shrine. Mr. Speaker, I think it's time. Mr. Speaker, I think to give him another opportunity for the benefit of doubt, let's assume that maybe it's not his way and then he has not arrived. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, please watch.
So they are all talking about the chairman of Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. The one is summoned that he must not conduct any election, even though they have chosen a date, which is the 2nd of August or so. All right? And that one made the announcement also, like 2 days ago.
Therefore, the Commission hereby makes the following rules and regulations. 1. Local government council elections. There shall be local government council election on Saturday, 9th August 2025 in all the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. Listed in the second column of the table and first schedule of this guidelines, in which one councillor shall be elected in each ward. B. A chairman and vice chairman shall be elected for each of the local government areas. At this juncture, it is just and convenient to call attention to Section 20 of the recent law on procedure at elections, which mandates the Commission to give notice of election. Section 20 of the said law reads as follows, and I quote, "The Commission shall, not less than 90 days before the date of an election, publish a notice, 1. Stating the date of election, and 2. Appointing a place at which nomination papers are to be delivered. 3. publish the notice in each ward where an election is to be held. Section 150, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 is also relevant, and I read, I quote, "In furtherance of the provisions of Part 2 of Part 2 of the second schedule to the Constitution, the procedure regulating elections conducted by the Commission to area councils in the Federal Capital Territory under this Act shall be the same and apply with equal force as the procedure regulating elections conducted to local government areas by any state," unquote. State Commission, as defined thereunder, means State Independent Electoral Commission, including RESEC, created under Section 197 of the Constitution. This is the extant provision of Section 152 of the Electoral Act 2022. Therefore, by the combined effect of Section 150, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, and Section 103, subsection 1 and 3 of the Electoral Act 2022, which applies to Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, by virtue of Section 50 of the Act, aforecited, RESEC is mandated to
As even someone who claimed to be a member of a political party, ATTACK, they call themselves, you know, it's like the association of all political parties or something on this same issue, right? He added, I'm trying to bring him up. Where is he again? Mr. ATTACK.
I am Chief Solsuema Osaro, the state chairman of the Social Democratic Party and the state chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, ATTACK, River State Council.
As ATTACK chairman, are you satisfied with this timetable I read?
Why will ATTACK not be satisfied with this unveiling? What RESEC have done here today is to open up, in compliance with the judgment of the Supreme Court, to say that yes, this election will be reconducted. And ATTACK have, RESEC have done that in sublime compliance with the enabling statute, with enabling laws that backed election conduct in the state. And so if you look at what they have done, the time frame is in total compliance with the rules. And so we are saying that for them to, in the first place, within the shortest time that this Supreme Court judgment came up alive, to come up with this shows that they are very much a reliable body. Their proactiveness to come out and invite all of us today, less than 1 week, shows that yes, they know what they're doing. And so since they are ready to comply with the law and they have unveiled the timetable today, we as a recognized stakeholder, as ATTACK in the state, we are ready to comply with provisions and as well as the guidelines provided by RESEC today.
Okay, as ATTACK chairman, it means you're responsible for all the states, right?
I represent,
You represent,
yes, all the parties in the state.
If we have all the parties on ground for do something.
Of course, we have all the parties. Standing with me here is the secretary of ATTACK, who is also the state chairman of Zenith Labour Party. Okay.
Here?
Standing with me here is the state chairman of NROM, okay, who is a member of ATTACK. There are other state chairmen here. You can see Hida Dukubo, the chairman of Labour Party. Yes, I saw the state chairman of APC there in the hall. Yes, I saw him in the hall. He was present in the hall. Chief Emeka Beke was in the hall. I saw other state chairmen in the hall. They are entitled to be here. Okay? This is an invitation extended to every political party, and they are here. They are here. All the parties are here.
Are you, as a party chairman, are you satisfied with the recently unveiled timetable for a rerun or a fresh election for the L2? Are you good to go?
Well, it's a fresh election, and if you go, you had the chairman of RESEC give the justification for his choice of dates. So if by law that protects all of us, the parties and the people who will run the elections, why not? It gives everybody ample time. So people are not in that die-hard speed and rush. It gives us time, at least 5 full months.
Are you ready for another election?
Well, here we will do it. If that's what we have to do, we have to do it. Everybody has to do what one has. You can't shy away from a responsibility if it comes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Your name and
My name is Hilda Dokubo, Chairman Labour Party, River State.
I'm not happy about the date. Why 5 months? When the Supreme Court, even though I'm not a lawyer, like I said in my first interview, I'm not a lawyer, but I know that it's 3 months, they said, and so if it is 3 months, we're expected, the election is expected to hold in May, in May or June, not August, June, not August. August from today, from March 5th to 5th of August is 5 months, in my opinion. I don't know.
So, this was after they were told the election will hold. But back into the Amawile's House of Assembly, right? The conversation is that the ATTACK chairman ignored their invitation and they are giving him a last chance, right? So, Fubara on the other hand, I'll come to that. Yes, here is a bit of their conversation again on the matter.
I am Honorable Emilia Makiamaki from Obia State Constituency 2. I arrived this morning to add my voice to the issue of ground. After our plenary on Wednesday went home and opened this constitution on section 128 and 29, and the powers that were vested on us as an assembly. That 128 says the power to conduct investigation. And that's what we are doing. And what are we investigating? Expose corruption, inefficiency, or waste in the execution or administration of the law. So what are we saying? This house has come out with a summons letter to the chairman and commissioners of the River State Independent Electoral Commission to appear before us. And we can see their here. So Mr. Speaker said that the powers invested on us in section 129 should be carried out. But I want to plead, as a mother, will give them a second chance for the benefit of that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let's give them till Monday. Sorry. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'm Honorable Dr. Smart. Well, Mr. Speaker, I will not want to debate from my colleagues that have spoken. Like I said before, the Dad Justice Liberty is a well-known man, I would say the temple of elastic justice. He served as the judge in the State High Court here. I believe that got ready. But then, what we're doing here is serious business. In your YouTube, before we started, we like you said, we're elected here by people to make laws and to make sure things are going on in accordance. I think one thing people have, forgotten to understand, or have not known to understand, in the business of governance is the legislative arm is an arm of government that is so independent. So I think because of kind of.
So I'm trying to kind of like a cut our time so that we are not too far gone before we realize that we still have a lot of others to share. So Amawile himself, right, has this to say. However, it's been reported that they have now been invited by Fubara to come for a peace meeting. I'll come back to that again. Because there's something in there that looks a little bit fishy. Yeah, a little bit dodgy. Okay? Again, I'll put everything on the screen for you and you'll be the judge. Right? Amawile.
Electoral Commission. Honorable members are indeed correct that we're empowered by Section 128 of the 1999 Constitution as amended to invite anybody, particularly those who are in the public service of River State, to appear before this August Assembly to brief the House or answer questions regarding their conduct in office. Letters were sent to the chairman and the commissioners of the River State Independent Electoral Commission. We have it in good authority that the letter was received by their office, and the office of the clerk went an extra mile in line with the resolution of this House to publish same in the print media. It's also there in the electronic media. Today we expected to see them, but they failed to appear before this August Assembly. We have listened to members who have pleaded that we give them another opportunity, give them another chance to oblige this House with their presence in line with the Constitution and extant laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to say that all the members have said that we extend or give them another opportunity is carried, but we'll put it to vote. We'll put it to vote so that one way or the other this House will decide whether to give the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission and the commissioners up till Monday, the 10th day of March 2025, to appear before this House. And going by the motion moved by the Deputy Speaker, that if they fail to appear on Monday, that the House will be left with no other option but to invoke our powers in Section 129 to ask the police to compel them to appear before this August Assembly. On that note, let me put the question. Those in favor of the motion as moved and seconded that the House do give the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission and his commissioners another chance to appear before this August Assembly, and more specifically to be before this August Assembly on Monday, the 10th day of March 2025 at 10 a.m. should please indicate by raising their hands.
So, the latest now is that Fubara is now pursuing the pathway to peace. He's asking for a ceasefire. We don't know how this is going to play out. But some people are saying that, when I say some people, let me be clear now, okay? So right now, the Ronukus are interested in River State. Let's be very clear. They are very interested. So to them, when Tinubu called a meeting and gave them resolution and told Fubara to sign, and Fubara signed, only for Fubara to renege because the elders of River State told him that how dare he. So now they went to court, and now that they have been sort of shortchanged and in court, defeated in court, Fubara is now asking that Tinubu should intervene. That it is late. Fubara will be removed. It's just a matter of time, a matter of days now. Others are saying triumph. So this claim, allegation, accusation, counter allegation, counter accusation, coup has been going on from both sides. So they are saying that, number one, Monday, which is tomorrow, Fubara is scheduled at 10 a.m. to go and commission the project called the commissioning of the Palace of Unwe Kingdom. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side on your screen, that is the letter written by Fubara to these guys. I hereby write in furtherance of His Excellency's promise stated in my letter dated 5th of March 2025 to notify you that His Excellency has received the Supreme Court judgment and has therefore directed me to invite you and your colleagues, the honorable members of River State Assembly, to a meeting to discuss 1. Provision of benefiting space for the assembly sittings. Befitting place for the assembly sitting. 2. Payment of all outstanding remuneration or allowances of the honorable members. 3. Presentation of budgets and sundry matters. 4. Any other matters as may be necessary to chart the way forward in the best interest of the state. Sequel to the above, I hereby humbly invites the Honorable Speaker and all the members of the River State Assembly to a meeting with the Governor as follows: 10 a.m. tomorrow. Now, Fubara won't be there 10 a.m. tomorrow except if it is cancelled. So you see this whole dilemma now. So Fubara has no choice anymore than to relate with these guys, and if he failed to, they have the power to remove him as governor, which is the end goal anyway. So he's offering to pay the allowances, which means he's recognized them, and there will be people that would have to be thrown under the bus. But don't let us forget the genesis and the genesis of all this wahala. So whatever it is that that is currently playing out, I can promise you from other exchanges I have for you this evening, from these same different camps, that we have not even heard the end of it yet. For example, these guys are warning Fubara, if you fail to obey this and that.
Strand of Algon, members, River State. Good afternoon, gentlemen of the press. We address you today in our capacity as local government chairmen and campaign coordinators of Governor Fubara in the Just Speaking LGAs in River State during the last gubernatorial election. In that capacity, we mobilize support for him among the Just. Beyond mobilization, for support, we vouched for Governor Fubara's ability, his competence, character, and exercise set skill to discharge the functions of the office of the Governor of Rivers State within our various domains. And as a matter of incontrovertible fact, we deliver Governor Fubara in Abua Odua, Ogubolo, Okrika, Andoni, Asari Toro, Agogo Toro, Degema, Pass of Port Harcourt, and Awoda West. All thanks to God Almighty. Gentlemen of the press, there is a saying that goes, if the female lion does not perceive danger from the noise of the call, she stays asleep. Our appearance before the press might stun the viewers, as this is the first of its kind, but we have not come to the fore without a reason of societal significance. We are aware that Rivers State has been embroiled in a steam conflict that adversely affects the relationship between the governor and the Rivers State House of Assembly. In fact, the detrimental consequences of this conflict cannot be overemphasized. Nonetheless, we are happy that the seemingly unresolvable crisis, which defied a presidential intervention, is nearing an end. Following the unambiguous pronouncement by the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we are hopeful that stakeholders will make patriotic efforts towards implementation of the judgment to move the state forward. It is necessary to point out that the presidential intervention gave Governor Fubara victory by ensuring that he will never be impeached and encouraged him to work with the Assembly, but it was rejected by him as unconstitutional at the behest of these same few conflict-preneurs from within and outside the state. After the pronouncement of the Supreme Court, we all accepted the judgment, basking in the euphoria that the prevailing conflict, which amongst all the states apart has been put to rest by the landmark judgment of the Apex Court. But unfortunately, our attention was drawn to both subtle and frontal threats to the government, instigated by some individuals and organizations who ostensibly are beneficiaries of the crisis. It is even worse that they use the Ijaw identity to fuel the embers of violence and intimidation of the federal government. In this category are organizations such as Ijaw National Congress, INC, and some renegades of the Ijaw Youth Council, IYC. As a matter of fact, this organization stated publicly that the Ijaws will resort to violence against critical national oil infrastructure if Governor Fubara is impeached. This implies that this pro-Ijaw ethnic organization have not read the Supreme Court judgment they so condemn. We stringently condemn those empty threats and urge the federal government and Nigerians to disregard such comments which project the Ijaws in a bad light. More so, it is a fact that these threats attack the sensitivity of the people from other ethnic groups in Rivers State who also voted for Governor Similaye Fubara. Unfortunately, the governor himself is not blameless of inciting condemnation of the judgment. Instead of calming down frail nerves after the judgment, he personally, in a public speech, made allusions to these intentions to lead youth and supporters to promote violence. We have also seen videos and press statements of supposed stakeholders, including Professor Benjamin Okaba, Alhaji Mujahid Asari Dokubo, threatening the energy security of the Nigerian state. If attempt at implementation of the judgment leads to the impeachment of the governor, our hearing these threats, we are compelled to ask the following questions. 1. Did the judgment call for impeachment of Governor Fubara? The simple answer is no. 2. Where were these persons who claim to be fighting the so-called Ijaw fight when the governor truncated the tenure and seized the allocation of the AGAs, including those of us who are fellow Ijaw? Where were they when he stopped the salaries of the assembly members and even made conscious attempts to use the court to impeach them, including 10 Ijaw sons and daughters? They were all unconcerned because they were benefiting from the crisis and are not ready to stop benefiting from it. In summary, the judgment, to the best of our knowledge, invalidated and nullified the local government elections for procedural irregularities. Recognize the Rivers State House of Assembly.
I won't save us time because I'm leaving the supposed less important one for the last. But we still have to accommodate it, you know. Very Dark Man versus Lege Miami because of it, because of Shiitic Numbu. But here is another person pointed out, was pointed as one of those brain behind organizing violence in support of Fubara, coming out to deny that, like, no, I'm not one of them. Because these ones are like those who claim to have worked for Fubara, but Fubara betrayed them by this, by treating them, like they were nothing. Okay, but for this guy, he's own oppressor. Like I said, allegation, counter-allegation, accusations, counter-accusations, and what have you. Listen to this.
This is a press statement by myself, Ambassador Subumabo Jakwich, the national leader of the Simplicity Movement. I'm distancing myself, the National Rescue Movement, NRM, the defunct Niger Delta Liberation Force, NDLF, and the Tantita Security, my section of the Tantita Security in Rivers State, being a subcontractor, from the circulating Niger Delta Rescue Movement video and its threats of hostilities. My attention has been drawn to a recent video circulating online, purportedly released by a group identified as the Niger Delta Rescue Movement, threatening to resume hostilities in response to the 48 hours ultimatum issued to Governor Siminalayi Fubara by the Martin Amewule-led Rivers State House of Assembly. I wish to make the following clarifications regarding this video. Number one, no link between my party and the group. I am deeply concerned about the name of the group, as it bears a striking resemblance to my political party. Being the leader of the party, the National Rescue Movement, as the leader of NRM, the Rivers State chapter, I categorically distance my party from any link, affiliation, or connection with the group. NRM remains a law-abiding political party committed to democratic principles and peaceful engagement. 2. Misleading association with Tantita Security. In the said video, I observed that one of the individuals was wearing yellow rain boots, a black polo, and jeans, and attire similar to that which is worn by personnel of the Tantita Security outfit. My own section, like I said, I am a subcontractor to Tantita Security outfit, and our dress code that is known in the waters, in Rivers State, is that our color is black long sleeve, maybe a black jean or trousers, and a yellow rain boots. The leadership of the group, the team leads are putting on red beret, or then the members are putting on black beret. So that is our look. Now, if you look into the video, you will see that some person in that video is putting on that yellow rain boot, which struck my attention, and that is what I'm trying to correct. That we are not into such criminal activities, and so I disassociate myself from them. I don't know the people. Tantita Security is committed to a lawful security operations in line with its mandate. There is no connection with the defunct Niger Delta Liberation Force. As the leader of the defunct Niger Delta Liberation Force, it is my responsibility to also exonerate the group from this seeming semblance in the name of the said military group, because the NDLF currently is under the presidential amnesty program and no longer into its old ways. As I speak to you, we have some cases even before the National Security Advisor. We are following whatever we want our arguments with, without violence and very professionally. A clear attempt to set me up. This development aligns with the alarm I raised yesterday about certain individuals who are hell-bent on failing me and linking me to criminal activities in order to use security agencies to take me and other leaders supporting Governor Fubara out of circulation. Their ultimate aim is to manipulate the forthcoming local government elections without opposition. 5. A repeated pattern of intimidation. This same sinister tactic is or was employed against me on April 8, 2024, when the military invaded my home, destroying my properties and killed 2 of my workers. But by the grace of God, I am alive today, and nothing incriminating was found against me despite their desperate attempts to silence me. Reaffirming my innocence and right to support Governor Fubara, I wish to state clearly once again that neither myself, the National Rescue Movement, Niger Delta Liberation, the defunct Niger Delta Liberation Force, nor the section of Transita Security that is under my leadership have any connection with criminality or act of violence. I want to remind you that a week ago, like I said, I was informed by someone very close to this opposition that plans have been made to get me and some other persons away, out of the way. Reasons is that they see me because I am like one of the key players who is strengthening the governor's leadership. I have created what they call the Simplicity Movement to assist the governor, seeing his quality, seeing the leadership prowess, his readiness to transform River State from what it was to what it is becoming today. And
Newsans Lele.
So what happened is that he happened to be one of the former terrorists of Niger Delta called the militants, by the way. It's Jack Rich or something. He's a billionaire. So he's one of those who benefited from the amnesty, which is amnesty for terrorists, called the Niger Delta militants at the time. Yes, they all belong to the group of Wike's political kind of college or political academy. I don't know. So he believes that those guys who claim to be the Niger Delta Rescue Mission, I mean Niger Rescue Mission, they were pretty much like a set-up group to implicate him, and then they will have to arrest him and take him to Abuja. Anyway, you heard him, Sha. So this is like allegation, counter-allegation, and what have you. My takeaway from all of that are the following: the fact that on the side of Wike, right, they are now everywhere. If they are not singing, Fubara must obey Wike, obey, Fubara must obey Wike, obey. They are singing, make you take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. That is not the one. They are singing for Emawule. On your mandate we shall stand. Fubara must obey Wike, obey. Okay, Wike, they fear you, Wike. And mind you, the mental slavery, their shenanigans, political shenanigans, is not gender discriminatory. There are women too. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. Take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. Oh.
Take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. 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 You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. You better take your SIM card and give me Wike. Let's go.
Give me Wike, or on your mandate we shall die. In their camp right now.
We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand on your mandate. On your mandate.
Yes, we don't come. As on our youth on assembly member, come out our governor, Fubara, for seat. I beg we dey tell her now, because he don't go good though. He don't go good though. As governor, go, that's better. See, go good tell her now. We're gonna leave the man and make it real estate. And then, make it take care of all responsibility where they worry our state. No be honor, go use an assembly, come out our governor for us. If not, all strangers say they can do business, we go pursue them come out. We're gonna listen and listen very careful, and I go hear bloodshed. If I not agree, we say we not go agree. All the oil installation will go ATTACK from land to sea. All the company, they go full. If honor, try come out our governor for seat. Fubara, we not go agree. Asamana.
Another Avengers which has risen in Rivers State. According to this youth of Rivers State, they have acted another epic move in less than 24 hours, threatening President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. They posited that if the Rivers State Governor Fubara is impeached, that they will destroy oil facilities in Rivers State. So now, security agencies should do the needful by ensuring that peace is maintained in Port Harcourt.